What is up, guys? It feels good to be headed back out to the shop. It has been 2 weeks since I've been there. Last weekend I felt so weird not being there. I've been there every weekend pretty much, except for Kaylin's birthday since we moved in, and it really threw me off. So I'm happy to be back, and I know I promised you guys a video from our trip to Washington, but we just didn't get enough footage that I thought it would make for a good video. So I figured I'd just recap it real quick so you guys could still be a part of that and you know, go along with us, but you didn't just watch 15 minutes of Kaylin and I driving, because that's pretty much the only footage I got. On Wednesday, we had class in the morning, and then we left shortly after and headed up north. We got to Canyonville, Oregon, which is about halfway through the drive. It's almost exactly 6 hours, both from our house to there and then from there to my grandma's. So it was a good stop. We stayed in the back of the Tahoe. Queen size air mattress, fits almost perfectly, and it was a good night's sleep, actually, surprisingly. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't uncomfortable, so we were happy with it. So we left Canyonville at about 4:30 a.m. and started filming when we got to Portland. We got to my grandma's house at about 2 o'clock. We stopped kind of along the way because I needed a nap, but when we got there, I didn't really film a whole lot. I didn't want to throw my family into that, even though I'm pretty sure they would have absolutely loved to be a part of the channel. I wanted to cherish the time that I got to spend with them. It was a short trip. We were only there for a total of 48 hours. I wanted to spend the time with them and not have to worry about filming. But on Friday, Kaylin and I went to a Christmas parade, and we also went and played in the snow. After an exact 48 hours, we headed back down to Sacramento. We stayed in Canyonville again. Unfortunately, this trip wasn't as good. We had some hometown buffet or something on our way, and that was a poor decision. I was sick most of the night, and the air mattress was leaking, and it was a lot colder than it was the first night. We still slept till about 7 by the time we actually fell asleep, and we headed home. I missed my family, but it did feel good to be home and not in the car. I spent almost the same amount of time in the car as I did actually being there. So, and then last night, which was Thursday for us, was Paul Walker's death day. So we went out to a car meet to kind of celebrate that with a bunch of people. Things got pretty rowdy, as they usually do with the Sacramento car meets, but it sucks that it gets to that point, but it does make for some good footage. So today we uploaded Michael's very first complete edit. So if you guys check that out, give him some thumbs up. Let him know that you appreciated it. It turned out great. I'm really pleased with everything that he's done, and for being his very first edit without having somebody to help him, it was great. Today we're headed to the shop. We didn't have a whole lot planned. I kind of wanted to get the knuckles off of the rear Jade, so I figured we would do a cinematic clip of that. And then I got to thinking, and you guys have already seen 5 or 6 cinematic clips from our recap, and I figured something that might be a little more fun with somewhat of a short time filming is we're gonna have a challenge. So we'll fill you guys in on that once we get to the shop, but look forward for that. So we're out here at the shop. We're about to start the challenge, but first we got to pull the dual rear caliper off of the passenger side, put the brakes on just temporarily so that we can crack the axle nuts, and then we're going to start with calipers on, rotors on, everything basically from stock. And the challenge is, well, we'll get to that. I'll tell you when we get there. To pull the whole caliper apart. Well, the brake caliper, as the pads compress too much, I can't get it back over the lip without taking the caliper off the bracket and then compressing the caliper. I don't want to do that. I don't think we need to. So what we're going to try real quick is we're going to put something in here to give that something to, so it doesn't pop the caliper piston out. And then we're going to try to hit the brakes and loosen the axle nuts with just the driver's side holding, since it's a welded diff. As long as the brake will hold, then it should be enough. And then for our challenge, which you guys are going to find out about in a minute, we'll start just rotors off.
We got the axle nuts loose. We got to still get the spacer off this side and the rotor and the caliper and bracket. So we're going to do that now.
Michael throwing it back old school with the throwback sweatshirt.
Yeah, if you saw my old one in the all-road videos, really torn up and beat up. And I found this in one of my storage unit boxes, and it was a jacket we were supposed to give to another friend, and he never came and picked it up. So brand new jacket for me. I like having a gray sweatshirt, and the one I've been using is blue, and it was an XL, so it was too baggy on me. I didn't like it. Alright, so now that that's off, we'll be able to start our challenge here shortly.
We're gonna be wearing chest mounts, and then we'll each have another camera. We may place him, around so that you can see externally, or I don't know. Maybe we'll just put each person in charge of their own second camera. Of course, the landscape guys decided to mow the lawn right as we got here, so the audio might be fucked up, but we are quickly losing sunlight, and as you guys know, we don't have shop lights at the moment, so we're gonna work with it, and I hope that it doesn't completely ruin everything, because this has potential to be cool. As you can see, we've got it down to the same position on both sides, pretty much. They're just bare knuckles with arms. We've pulled the brakes off so that both sides have a fair advantage. We're at the exact same place on either side, so it should be fairly straightforward. We're all cameraed up. The challenge is going to be who can remove the knuckle the fastest. We're talking pull everything out, that's axle nut and all the arms, and have the knuckle off and on the ground, ready to go. We're going to quickly go grab the tools that we need. We haven't talked about it. We're kind of going off memory on what tools we need.
But he's done it recently and I haven't, so.
I've done it, it was a while ago, but whatever. Michael thinks he has some sort of advantage because he thinks that there's something I haven't thought of.
No, it was the axle nut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna run to our toolbox. We're gonna tell you what tools we're grabbing. We're gonna tell you kind of why real quick, and then we'll come over back up. We'll get all our tools laid out where we want them, and then we'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and then the first person with the knuckle off gets the win.
Yep.
All right, so let's go get our tools together, and then we'll meet back up.
All right, so my mic stopped working, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover on a recap on what tools I was grabbing.
All right, so I know that we're gonna need 19, 17, presumably this guy.
So here I was grabbing sockets 17, 19 short and deep, because I didn't remember I grabbed 14s too, so I wasn't too sure what sizes. It's been a while since I've done the control arms on the back.
Maybe not. I don't know where my 24 went. We'll grab this guy for now, and then we'll take a couple different size adjustables, and we will actually need the hammer.
So same thing, I was grabbing the wrenches on 17, 19, and a 14. I had ratcheting wrenches, so I went to grab those and realized I didn't have a 19, so I just picked up the other wrenches and went from there.
Pocket screwdriver and a pry bar.
Started putting everything in my hands, getting it all ready. I don't have that big of hands, so it's kind of difficult. Then I realized I forgot the ratchets, so I had to go in and grab those.
You came to do this.
3,
2, wait, what?
Wait, what are we doing?
3, 2, 1.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Wait, is it one on one? This is so whatever.
Okay,
on one or on go?
On go.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit. I didn't grab a ratchet. I need a ratchet. You fucking sabotaged me. Where's my ratchet? You used it to take the wheels off. Need some other stuff to come off before it'll come out. Doing great. How are you? You got yours off yet? Oh, fuck. You probably should have been on this side, closer to your toolbox. Back to the 19. Team wrench. Oh, I need new axles. Fucking hate dice. Dude, mine was too. Fuck, the whole thing is spinning. Oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. Boys, I know. Woo! I have to get some new parts. I need to get new axles. I need to get new rotors. I definitely need new ball joints. I need to get that, so it's going to be a little while again before we can put this back together, but it's all for the better. I want this car to be solid, and if it takes me a couple months to save the money to buy new axles, buy ball joints, buy rotors and all of that so I can put this back together with like a fresh rear end, then that's what I'm going to do.
So once Aaron gets all the parts, he's going to have to grind on the knuckles so the plates actually do fit or the calipers fit, and then we'll probably do a race on who can put it together faster. I don't know if Aaron wants me to do that since I put things on loosely, but we'll see.
Us doing a race to put them back together is definitely going to cause things to be loose because we're in a rush. We're not like really paying attention. So we'll race to put them back on. Then we'll go through and double check all the nuts and bolts. Every loose bolt, you add like 30 seconds to your time, or maybe a minute. Like, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, but we got a little while. So look forward to that. We're pretty much gonna clean up. See if some friends are coming out. They may not. I'm not sure. And so I guess that's a wrap for the day. We will be back at you tomorrow. So what do we have going on tomorrow?
We're gonna actually try to move the car tomorrow. We gotta make sure with some friends if they can help us, because I did load all the stuff that needs to come to the shop that was still at my house into the car, so it's gonna be a little bit more heavier. It shouldn't be too bad. It is just a shell. There's no motor. It's like Misty, but without a hatch, because hatches are heavy.
Or a front clip, because that's cut off.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. So it should be a good time. We are gonna hook it up with the cameras again. Hopefully we'll have some more friends and we'll get some more camera work. So we don't want to miss out on this one like we did with Misty. We're gonna try to capture everything, and if it doesn't have anything go wrong, then you guys get multiple angles of nothing going wrong. But if it does go wrong, we want to at least be able to capture it.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not anything like doesn't kill anyone or break the car in any way or damage anything.
Yeah, we probably won't post it if it does.
If there's no video tomorrow, then maybe you guys should swing by and make sure we're still alive. So we'll see you tomorrow. Look forward to it. Peace.